Hey guys, Glasgow Movie Addict here. Today I'm going to talk to you about the film I watched for my Sunday night cinema trip, which was none other than Creed 3, which is the third in the Creed franchise, which was a spin off from the Rocky Balboa franchise. This is directed by and stars Michael B. Jordan, reprising his role as Adonis Creed, who's retired from boxing and lives with his wife Bianca, played by Tessa Thompson, and daughter. An old friend turns up, played by Jonathan Majors, a guy called Damien, who he has history with. They were best friends. However, Damien has a chip on his shoulder, and after years spent in prison, feels that he should have what Adonis Creed has. Now, before I go any further, I want to tell you this film review will contain some spoilers. So if you don't want to know what too much, watch the movie before coming back to this review. Now, I want to also address the elephant in the room with this film. There's no Rocky Balboa in this movie, no Sylvester Stallone, and I know that that's because the two of them sort of went separate ways due to creative differences. My opinion on this is that once you start watching the film and get into the story, you forget he's not there. I think that the characters in this movie, make it a good film without Rocky Balboa in it. So yeah, I think this is a good film. It is one of the better of the Creed Rocky movies. Michael B. Jordan, good direction, he's a good actor, there's depth. You see Adonis Creed as not just a boxer, but a family man, a father, a husband. You see like his soft side. But what's interesting, I think Jonathan Majors is really good in this as well, actually. This is a guy to look out for in Hollywood. He's also the villain in the last MCU film, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. He's a new up-and-coming actor that's kind of big name in Hollywood. Is going to become a big name in Hollywood. He plays a nuanced villain. He isn't out and out evil, but he has a major axe to grind with Adonis Creed because of history they share. The fact that the two fighters were best of friends adds a different angle rather than it being a boxer for fighting against a world champion or a stranger or someone you don't like. Fighting somebody who's your best friend carries with it some more emotion, more depth. There's feelings of guilt that Adonis Creed suffers, as an example. And it's there's times in the film where the two of them are really pally, and you can see that they have that friendship. There's that friendship between the two of them, and it's like a lot of it's like two friends who've fallen out. So I think there's a good layered it's a good layered story. There's good depth to the villain, good depth to Creed's character. Um, what I would say this film is my sort of criticisms of this film, and they're not majorly criticisms, but this film is at its heart is a crowd pleaser. So you know what happens. Things all seem to come together and work out in the end, and things aren't as bad. You've actually got Victor Drago in this film, who's the adversary in Creed 2. Now playing someone who Creed spars with and trains with. So they all seem to become friends in the end. And there's set pieces in the sort of boxing arena. There's a lot of stuff that it does feel quite like you're maybe just watching like a UFC fight or a boxing match or something. But what I would say about this film, when it gets to the final fight, it goes a couple of rounds, and the next thing you know, you're on round 11, round 12. Compared with, for example, Rocky 4, when Rocky fights Ivan Drago, it's probably one of the best on-screen boxing matches. This film kind of skips right to the end, but you can tell that it's like a fight that two people who used to be friends that have fallen out with each other, rather than a boxer fighting another boxer. So there's that interesting angle on it. Overall, I would give Creed 3 a 7.5 out of 10. It's fine, it's easy to watch, it's not too long. I wouldn't say it's overly rewatchable. If you know it, watch it, see what happens, but it is well put together. It's a good story. Jonathan Majors plays a good villain. There's depth to it. There's some decent boxing set pieces, and I would say, yeah, overall, Creed 3 gets a 7.5 out of 10 from me. Let me know what you think. If you've seen it, comment below, and I'll speak to you on my next review. My name is Robert, and you're listening to Glasgow Movie Addict. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.